Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Star Wars Desert Skiff and Sarlacc pit from 2024. Part of the lineup sets celebrating the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars. It is set number 75396, comes with 558 pieces, including 6 minifigures, and retails for $80, which I'm going to say right off the bat, I doubt I'm going to get enough Lego to feel like it justifies that $80 price point is. Anyway, taking a look at the box art, you can see the full set in all its glory with a very appropriate background of Tatooine, complete with the Twin Suns and the Sarlacc pit, which, to be honest, the build for the Sarlacc pit, I'm not calling that a pit. It's not a pit, it's a hill. I mean, I get it's a bit difficult, building, a pit with Lego pieces. You basically have to build it up. In order to do that, you'd basically have to find a way to build it, upside, build it so it goes into the floor, but you can't really do that. But honestly, I don't think this was the way to do it. They've done simpler Sarlacc pits that I feel like were better. Anyway, you do get also, it shows off the full lineup of figures, being Lando Calrissian in his skiff guard in the disguise, Chewie, Han Solo, Luke in his new Return of the Jedi look, Boba Fett, which apparently is inaccurate to this set, and then your 25th anniversary figure, Nine Nub, which you can take a look on the side of the box. Lego makes sure that you know exactly who you're getting, which 25th anniversary figure you're getting at the side of the box. And take a look at the back box. You get another very accurate shot of this scene with Boba now in the mouth of the Sarlacc, but with Lando quite possibly getting ready to join him. Plus, showing off some of the play features, such as of course the moving tentacles for the Sarlacc. Got the railing moving to the side along with the retractable gangplank. This box does have the push tabs instead, not the tape. So we'll go ahead and get this thing open. See what all we got in here. We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags of parts. A couple of these tube pieces just sitting out all by their lonesome, and a total of 2 instruction manuals. I imagine one of them is for the skiff, the other is for the Sarlacc pit. So take a look at instruction manual 1. We've got, once again, have a ad for paper bags in the set without them, plus a ad with R2-D2 celebrating the 25 years of LEGO Star Wars. And then you just go straight into the build, which from looks of things, bag 1 is the Sarlacc pit, complete with its favorite meal, Boba Fett. So, with our instruction manual number 2, we get all our heroes, plus our exclusive 25th anniversary figure, and the Desert Skiff. Taking a look at the back, we have our list of parts. It's a little Rebuild the World ad, and nothing else. No ads for other sets. I almost wonder if LEGO is getting ready to stop doing ads for other sets in their instruction manuals. Anyway, we'll go ahead and jump into the time-lapse of this build, starting right now. Alright, the build is done. That took about an hour or so, give or take. Some interesting building techniques going on here. we'll go ahead and take a look at the whole set in its entirety, starting with the figures. Alright, first up, we've got Boba Fett. Just a heads up, right off the bat, this is the wrong Boba Fett. Turns out there's a difference in the look for Boba between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and it turns out this is the Empire Strikes Back look. Now, I'll be honest, I'll be completely honest with you. I had no idea there was a difference between the two. I hadn't really noticed the difference between the two in all the times I'd watched the movie. Like, I didn't even find out about the difference until I watched somebody else's review on this set. So, yeah, full disclosure, I had no idea what the differences are between the two versions of Boba Fett, but apparently this is the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. So apparently we got a bit of a time traveler. Apparently there's about 6 months time between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So not much time traveling, but somehow Boba Fett found out how to time travel. Anyway, despite it being the wrong version of Boba Fett, he is a good-looking version. They are using the same helmet mold they've been using for Boba's helmet for quite a while. Got all the details going on between the red, various shades of green, and all the other details. Like that bump there on the helmet, a lot of metallic gray going on. Of course, he's got his the rangefinder attached to his helmet. Good printing on the torso with the Wookiee hair going on. A little bit metallic printing on the feet. You get along with the knee armor with the mini rocket launchers. Got a decal of a thermal detonator on his torso. You can taking a look at the arm printing. You can see the Mandalorian symbol there on his shoulder pad, along with the wrist-mounted rocket launcher. Some good printing on the other arm as well. Take a look at helmet. And there you got some good printing on the face with a nice 5 o'clock shadow, plus a couple of scars. Even got a couple of scars on the back. Get his head off and take a look at the back. Actually, good printing there as well, alongside with some metallic printing. And then, of course, he comes with the molded jetpack that just attaches underneath the head. And of course, he wouldn't be. And of course, he comes armed with a relatively simple blaster. The barrel is a lightsaber hilt in black, with the main body being just a regular space blaster. Again, it's the wrong Boba Fett, but that doesn't mean he's not a good-looking Boba Fett. Next up, we got Lando Calrissian in his Skiff card outfit. That helmet piece looks absolutely fantastic. Got some good great printing on the rim, plus the Rancor are looking like teeth. If you take a look underneath, he's got good face and normal face print, plus a more nervous looking face print. And when he's getting ready to possibly get jumped to by the Sarlacc, good printing on the back with just a little bit of metallic printing in basically where the straps all meet. He took good printing on the front as well, with quite a bit of metallic printing on that chest piece. On that armored chest piece. No printing on the arms, but some good printing on the legs as well. And he's got a good weapon. I believe this is supposed to be a halberd, which is basically, well, it's what it looks like, a spear axe combo. Both pieces in metallic coloring. So all in all, pretty solid looking Lando. Next up, we have Luke Skywalker in his Jedi form. You do get the same face and hairpiece from the Emperor's throne room. Take a look at the face. It's got a nice smirk, but it does have an alternate, much more serious-looking face. Printing's pretty solid all around, with the black and gray coloring for the robes, and of course he comes with his lightsaber in metallic gray. In metallic coloring, and lightsaber blade in blue. So nothing too crazy going on with this Luke, but it's a pretty solid figure. And next up, we have Han Solo. About as basic as you get for Han Solo. Just a bit of printing on the front and back for the torso. No arm or leg printing. Good choice for the hairpiece, I will admit, but also no arm or leg printing. And he does have a secondary. Well, his main face is a classic Han Solo smirk. The other side, the face is probably reminiscent of when he's either in carbonate or just gotten out of carbonate, or maybe he's just blinking because his eyes haven't quite haven't quite adjusted from coming out of the carbonite just yet. But it also comes with an accessory of a couple of handcuffs. So the box art shows him wearing. Actually, yeah, you get a couple extras, so you can slap the cuffs on Luke and Chewie as well, and they work pretty well as well. So pretty basic figure for Han, but they didn't really need to do much with him anyway. Next up, we probably have the most boring of the figures in the set. We have the same Chewbacca that we've been getting ever since that first wave of sets from Force Awakens. But oh no, that's not a bad thing, as this is probably the best Chewbacca they've ever put out. All the good printing on the face and the legs. No arm printing going on, but of course, but you do have a bit of metallic print for where the bandolier is on the front and back. Of course, the whole head and torso piece is a one piece that just goes over a regular minifigure or so with no printing whatsoever. But all in all, it's a solid Chewbacca, but it's one that we've been getting for quite some time now, so it's nothing to write home about. What is something to write home about, however, is the very first LEGO appearance of a very popular character, that being Nine Nub, as our 25th anniversary figure for this set. Of course, Nine Nub being Lando's co-pilot during the Battle of Endor. Taking a look at the headpiece, that looks absolutely fantastic. Good attention on the eyes, and the multiple folds on the cheeks. Inks said the ears look good, as does the printing on the helmet itself. Take a look at that printing; that looks pretty solid as well. I think the front printing could have used a little bit of extra red. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's a black piece with some printed red, which that red does look a bit dark compared to the rest of it. But other than that, looks really good. Good printing on the legs with the metallic printing on the belt, and of course, he comes with the 25th anniversary display stand. So again, very happy to have a very sought after Lego minifigure finally made. And here is all my current 25th anniversary figures. 5 Snusa from the Boarding Tantive 4, Saw Gerrera from the Sith Infiltrator, QTKT from the Imperial Dropship versus Rebel Scout Speeder, and Cal Kestis from the Imperial Star Destroyer, with 9 up added to the list. If you guys saw my $3,000 Lego birthday haul, you guys know I also have the $100 R2D2. So technically, I also have the Darth Malgus. I just haven't built it yet. All I'm missing is the young Leia from the Creative Droid Builder pack. So with all the figures taken care of, let's go ahead and take a look at the main builds. So for the first of the two main builds, we have the Sarlacc pit. Or as I've come to call it, the Sarlacc hill, because this thing's not a pit. And it's a hill with a hole in the middle of it. And it's quite a big hill with a hole in the middle. Possibly too big. Like I've seen like other sets like this have done the Sarlacc pit. They've been smaller, but I feel like they've been done better than this. This feels oversized for what it is, especially considering the amount of parts put into this build. Of the 6 bags of parts you get in the set, this build takes up the entirety of 4 of them. That feels a bit big, especially considering what it's supposed to be. Part of that might be because, they knew that the UCS Jabba Sail Barge was getting ready to, it would be coming out just a few months later, so they wanted it, something along that size and scale, but it feels a bit big. LEGO's done better builds of the Sarlacc pit with fewer pieces than this, I feel like. But props to LEGO, with when if they wanted to do it big, well, it's definitely big, and it definitely has a lot of detail going, with with all the sand color pieces, the dark tan, even some nougat there in the pit. And so yeah, they wanted to do it big. They definitely did it big. Taking a look on the inside, you can see quite a few of the smaller like tooth pieces, which honestly, when I opened the bags, I kind of wish that Lego had put all these teeth in a smaller bag inside the main one, because when I opened that bag, you might have noticed in the time lapse, two of these guys got stuck in a 2x3 black brick. Now I was able to get them out, but it was a little annoying, and I was like, what if I can't get them out? That would make three pieces I technically can't use. So yeah, I wish they had put those in a separate bag. Taking a look, okay, you've got to the mouth, which is on hinges, which of course can open and close. And we'll go ahead and grab its favorite snack, Boba Fett. Basically, you get rid of the blaster and fold the range pointer down. That mouth is definitely big enough that you can close it up and basically, have him chew him up and eat him. Well, of course, we know that's not how Boba's story ended now, neither in the Legends timeline or the Disney canon, thanks to the book of Boba Fett. But it's definitely big enough that you can fit a minifigure in there. But the main play feature is separate builds on the side, which help you move around the tentacles. Unfortunately, with the tentacles, the only way you can really display the set is with the tentacles all the way to left, all the way to the right, or some mix in between. You can't really get to where the tentacles are just standing up. Unfortunately, with the tentacles, they're a bit too top heavy. So as much as you'd want to kind of like display them, where they don't look like they're just lying around. Unfortunately, that's really the only way you can say them. They just naturally want to turn. And personally, I'm not really a fan of this play feature. If I wanted to have any part of this guy being able to move via play feature, I'd prefer it to be the mouth. I'd prefer not have to move that, I'd prefer not to have to move the mouth individually. I'd prefer to have to move the tentacles individually and the mouth off via the play feature, because that's the real. It's a mouth. It's supposed to, how's it supposed to eat something if it can't move? Also, you'll notice that two of these tentacles do technically have studs at the end, so you can attach a minifigure to them, so you can give the impression that the tentacles have grabbed onto them. But yeah, personally, I'm not a fan of the Sarlacc hill. Like it's not fit. It's a hill. Lego's done better versions of this, smaller. Plus, I'm not a fan of the play feature. Plus, it's too big. Again, they probably wanted it big, for the Jabba sail barge, but this feels like too much for too many pieces for not enough not enough play. Yeah, if you guys know what I mean. So with that taken care of, let's move on to the Desert Skiff. And here is the Desert Skiff. It's actually a pretty decent size. You're looking about 8.5 inches or 22 centimeters in length. And so it's actually a pretty decent size. You notice that it's got some transparent stance, give it the impression that it's hovering. Of course, you probably notice already that it has the retractable gangplank. There is just a couple problems with it. One is that it does go out a good distance. Trouble is there isn't really anything keeping it from coming out as you move the thing around. But also, since it doesn't have any studs, and so you want to put like a figure on the plank, he's just gonna have to stand there and balance there. Like there's no studs holding on to him. other than that, I do really like the majority of the build. I like the use of these large wedge pieces is on the front to give it that nice angle. Got a couple of the brown plastic hoods wrapped around the front and back kick for some railing. Speaking of railing, one of these railings is on hinges, so it can kind of move out of the side. Like the builds for the fins on the side, especially the use of these like large Oriental hats, kind of like you see Master Wu from Lego Ninjago era in the dark tan. That looks really nice. Got a simple control stick over here. Like the use of the Lego minifigure roller skates, well, only on the top, but on the sides as well. Oh, plus it does have some pretty good space in here. I don't think it'll be all that difficult to get all your figures in here. You got a couple 1x2 tiles with jumpers. Here's in the back for your palette. So we'll go ahead and pop Lando on there. We'll go ahead and put Han here. Nowhere to put anywhere in the front now. Take a look. So might be a bit crowded. So we'll just put Chewie there, and then let's see how well Luke stands on there. So yeah, he stands on there pretty well, but again, you can kind of move it around a bit if you're careful. So yeah, you can fit all four of your figures on here. Let's see how well this lines up with the Sarlacc pit. Oh, well, kind of, but at a good angle. Yeah, you can kind of get to where you kind of looks like Luke's gonna jump in. It just, again, the Sarlacc's a bit too big. It's a bit too high off the ground. Because, like, one step and he's in the mouth already. So, what's the point of him, walking the plank? Anyway, take for $80. Do I feel like I got my money's worth? No, I don't. And again, that Sarlacc Hill is just a bit too big for what it is. Like I said, Lego's done better with smaller Sarlacc pits than they did with this one. I feel like if basically take that Sarlacc pit and cut out half the pieces of it and then knock down the price from that ridiculous $80 down to like $60. I wouldn't be too surprised if this set would have been better, more appreciated, better received from the fans. That's the word I'm looking for. Better received. Plus, there is one thing I would like to point out with this, and that is in the movie, there's actually two desert skips. One that's loaded up with our heroes, Han, Luke, Chewie, Lando, plus a few guards, and then another one that's just fully loaded up with Jabba's goons. So even if you do get this set plus the UCS Jabba sail barge, you're still missing one desert skiff and quite a few goons. So yeah, even if you do get the two sets, technically you don't get the full scene. But yeah, I feel like that Sarlacc Hill is too big. It should have been smaller. Again, I know they were probably thinking they wanted to make it big for the UCS Jabba sail barge, but technically that only really works if you're planning on getting that UCS Jabba sail barge. What about for the rest of us? Anyway, it's okay. I mean, it's okay if you don't have a desert skiff and Sarlacc pit set yet. I'd go ahead and say pick it up, but make sure to pick it up either use some VIP points to knock down the price, or see if you can get it on sale. Other than that, I mean, the big draw here is probably going to be that 9 figure. Again, not a much requested and Lego minifigure that we finally gotten. Who knows? Maybe that 9 figure is part of the reason why Lego thought they could get away with that $80 price point. I don't know. Anyway, that'll be my review on this set. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody!